if you don't speak to me, baby, I can't read your mind. While you're hurting on the inside, I'm waiting on the outside, longing to hold you tight, and I just want you to know, if we can't talk about it right now, give me a love sign. 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 I'll be fine. If we stick together, we'll make it through stormy weather. If we can't talk about it right now, give me a love sign. Oh, give me a love sign. This is a love sign right now. Give me a love sign.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome On the Rise, a show featuring rising local talents. I think this belongs to you.
Yes, it does.
Now, you are a Belizean, or we call it Belizean, but also a Jamaican.
Yes, I am. Originally born in Jamaica, but I've lived in Belize for the past 28 years.
Wow.
So I guess you could call me a Belgium. Well, that you coined that, right?
What influenced the migration?
Well, I got married to a Belizean, and so I was taken away. I was whisked away.
Oh, wow. Now that sounds good. Sometimes the nice gentleman caller has to come and whisk some of us away.
Yes,
true.
yes.
And how has it been there in Belize?
Oh, well, Belize is just like everywhere else. Generally speaking, it's life. I mean, there is the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? But we mostly highlight the good.
The musical love, it started in Jamaica or in Belize?
No, the music part? No, man. I think I was born a born musician. Just that you didn't know it, you know. But you evolve as you grow, right?
What really developed this love for the music, though?
Well, our mom, Pearl Bradshaw, now hails. She is a great, what you would call a choir trainer, right? And so she influenced us a lot with singing. We were exposed to music as a child. I tell people we were exposed to different genres from then. And you would listen, and you know, you're influenced by Bob Marley, you're influenced by Bev Shea, Marcia Griffith, you know, Johnny Cash, just a wide variety in terms of genre.
Okay.
And of course the different schools that we went to. Went to Midland Prep, right in this area.
Right here.
Right. Mrs. Edwards was our principal. And of course we had to go to Festival of Arts. We went to Glenmuir High School.
Wow.
You must have heard of Glenmuir.
Glenmuir is your alma mater.
Oh, yours too?
No, yours.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Right. And kudos to Leo White, now deceased, but he influenced us in a very positive way in terms of the training, choir, singing, Sidney Bartley with the guitar and the Spanish influence, and church, of course. You know, we have a very strong, solid background in church.
And sometimes the music love starts there. Why so?
Yes, well, what better place?
The choir or whatever it is, that's your opportunity
yeah.
to sing. What kind of music do you produce?
Okay, again, as I tell you, I believe one of the phrases I learned as a child, which has really stuck with me, is that variety is the spice of life. And that's how it is for me in my personality. I can't wear the same thing every day. Or if it's the same thing, because you know it's not all the time you have it. You know what it is to mix and match? Right, well I believe like that in music too. And so we do different genres. We have reggae, we do jazz, we do R&B, we do religious music, and of course we do in different languages too, right?
And that is good.
Yeah.
Now, you not only sing, you play the guitar, you play the piano. No, you're just one woman. Talk to me about that.
I also play the fool. Did I tell you? Yeah, we do this. I do the guitar, the piano, and a few other instruments. But those are the main ones and the ones that you really need in terms of writing and producing, because I write and produce. And also I train different musical groups, including the main one that we'll be talking about, which is Sandy Bradshaw and Friends. I also train the church group, help to train the church group, the Methodist Praise Singers in Belize.
Okay, what's your mission here in Jamaica?
Okay, well, I'm in the process of getting our company started, which is really a family business. It's, of course, the base for it is music. We'll be singing, writing, producing. right? We also plan to do online sales and have our own line of clothing and perfume, to name a few, right? But we also believe that in life, as we're going through, and as you know, when we're small, I'm looking back now in this area because we were raised in Clarendon.
Right.
And
Oh.
Yes, right in you know, Midland. Where Midland is,
yes.
right?
Hence
grew
the
up.
Midland prep.
Exactly. And so, as you go on in life, you want to make sure that you're planning ahead, and you would look at these people in their 40s and 50s and you think, boy, these people are old.
Yeah.
But then you realize life goes off so fast. And when you leave, you want to leave a legacy.
That's true.
Right? And so we believe it's not just what we can get out of business, but what we can give to. And so there are two key areas that we're targeting: education and music.
Okay.
Education and health. My sister, who you'll meet later on, is a nurse. And my brother, Teddy, he's the president of the basic school, and he'll be talking at length about it. And I have worked both as a teacher and presently in the medical field.
Okay.
So we want to be able to sponsor areas that need help. And so we have targeted two areas.
Yeah.
In Belize, it's the Belize Family Life Association, which we'll elaborate on more later.
Yes.
And in Jamaica, it's the basic school. And we raise funds for these organizations, right, to help them. And of course, the beautiful thing about life is as you're giving, you're receiving. As you're receiving, you give. So when you help to raise funds for worthy organizations like these, you also get the exposure.
Yes.
And it's not just about exposing myself and my family.
Right.
As you will see later on when we highlight some of the shows, you'll see it involves a wide cross-section of people of different age groups, different ethnic mix, different religious backgrounds. Right?
No, you came recently to the island.
Yes.
You have done promotion in Belize.
Yes.
How
yes.
has it been there?
Great, and they're very receptive to it. As a matter of fact, when we come again next year, God willing, to do a repeat of the show, we hope to bring our videographer, Tariq Young, from Young Star Entertainment. We also hope to bring our cosmetologist, Lula Bennett, and we also hope to bring a few of the musicians and singers with us.
Okay.
Right?
No, you have not performed on any stage yet in Jamaica, you know. She is fresh out of the plastic, and Gensat TV has her for the first. She came to Jamaica, and of course her promotion starts here. So thank you so much for choosing
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. We are delighted.
No, there was a concert in Belize that you did. I'm assuming you performed alone. Sometimes you perform with others, right?
Yes. No, well, the show that we do there, I incorporate other singers, as you will see. But it's our group, right?
Okay.
Yes.
The show, musically speaking in your love language.
Right.
Wow.
We did that in June. That's in collaboration with Belize Family Life Association. This organization mainly deals with sexual and reproductive health. And the lady who spearheads that organization, she studied here in Jamaica too. Her name is Joan Burke.
Okay.
She's the executive director. It's my sister and my friend. And so we do this annual collaboration to raise funds for Belize Family Life Association.
And you incorporated health so well. Is
Yes,
it because you're
yes.
in the health sector?
Health and education.
And education.
Yes, right. And that one, musically speaking in your love language, we always have a theme for our shows. So the whole show we focused on these different themes. And I may let you know that the songs, most of the songs we do at these concerts are my original pieces.
Wow.
And so they center around the theme. So some of them dealt with different aspects of love. So that's why it was, and we looked at it musically. So musically speaking in your love language.
Musically speaking in your love language. Take a look.
Malaika, nakupenda, nakupenda, malaika, ningekuoa Malaika, Malaika.
Yes, that was musically speaking in your love language. No, Mrs. Bradshaw, you were performing well on that show. Talk to me about the trainees.
Yes, I believe when you're embarking on any kind of project, you're to do your best. And so we don't do anything less than 1 year's planning for the show. And we do 3 months of rehearsal, of practice sessions. And for this one, we went a little even bigger than previous shows. We had a part orchestra, and that was spearheaded by my brother, who is a teacher in Belize, Chris Bradshaw. And we also had the regular band and singers and musicians that I train. And of course, most of the pieces are original pieces that we do. We also do some others, you know, because people like to hear maybe some special oldies, and we throw that in there.
Oh, so you had classic.
Yes, we also had a classical pianist there for the show, and she did some of the music in between, right?
Now, you mentioned that you trained some of these persons who performed on the show.
Yes.
Now, is it because for some reason you're a trained teacher? Of course, you went to Church Teachers College in Mandeville, right?
Right.
She's still Jamaican, you know. We're not taking that away.
Don't you hear the accent? You don't.
She's trying. No, because you're a trained teacher, you also decide to go a little bit musically too. So you train persons in that area.
Right, but even before becoming a teacher, remember I told you we're really greatly influenced by our mother, you know. Both parents were teachers, and mommy is the musical one. And so mommy used to train a lot of choirs right here in this area. As a matter of fact, choirs that won quite a bit of awards. And so it's a natural God-given talent. And I always want to acknowledge him whenever we do any show. This is another thing we want to mention. We believe in God, and that is He blessed us with these talents. And so we always ask Him for guidance, as you say in Jamaica, no?
And that is needed.
Yes.
No, you have not recorded any music yet.
Not officially, right? But that's part of the reason that we're here in Jamaica too, because we're exploring the possibilities of recording. And so we'll be meeting, I don't know if you've heard of Mickey Bennett. We'll be at his studio tomorrow to explore that possibility here.
Yes, and then of course you yourself will be producing your music.
Yes,
because you
definitely.
write your songs yourself.
Yes, I do.
So what influenced this love though?
For music?
The music.
I believe that you are born with certain innate abilities and talents, and but you have to nurture it. And they were nurtured, as I told you, in school, church, and home. And I have continued to work with people, because I believe one of the best ways for you to become good at what you do is to keep giving, keep working with other persons, and that's how you develop and hone your talent, and at the same time you're helping others as they come up.
This music industry, Mrs. Bradshaw, can be challenging and very, very competitive.
Yes, it is.
What is it that you want Jamaicans to receive from your music?
One of the things that I bring from Belize is that we're a very we're a multicultural society, and so you get to tap into the different ethnic groups and their preferences, the different languages, and so you bring that. And I know from, well, of course I'm a born Jamaican. Yes. We are always excited to learn about somebody else new, some other culture, and so that's one of the things that we bring to the table when we come to Jamaica. It's a variety. Coming from Jamaica, as you know, worldwide, we are loved. We also pose a challenge in many ways, but Jamaica is known for the reggae, for the ska, which I might mention too at our shows. We make sure we highlight the reggae and the ska and share with people the evolution of music in Jamaica, which people are very intrigued and like to hear about.
True. Okay? And that's your uniqueness. That's your uniqueness.
Yes, we bring that to the table.
And that's
definitely.
Very, very important.
Yes.
You have a musical icon?
Several of them, really. Bob Marley was one of them, and the Wailers. I admire them very much.
She going back to the legends, don't you? Yes. That's what you go. Don't make it seem like it's just your era,
Yeah,
no young artist to anybody.
Well, I just love music, because if I call one, I'm going to get myself in trouble.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to perform, before we go to this break, one of your songs. Okay. Love Me.
Love Me on Rewind.
Rewind.
Tonight's for us. I don't know if you're old enough to remember tape recorder.
Tape recorder?
Yes, when you had to use cassette.
Yes.
And then you had to press rewind when you want to hear. Well, this is speaking of maybe a relationship that's kind of losing some of the little zest, and so you're telling your partner, look, let's press rewind and go back. Love Me on Rewind tonight. So it's one of the R&B more romantic songs, right?
Wow.
So that's one that I'll do for you right now.
All right, take it away, Mrs. Bradshaw.
It's shut out the world tonight belongs to you and me. We'll turn the lights down low and forget about the frantic days of the world about us, for tonight is the night you and I become us.
Welcome back to On the Rise, a program featuring rising talents. Now we have in studio Miss Sandy Bradshaw, and of course, if you were here earlier, we're talking about the Belizean kind of music and how it's influenced by Jamaica. And of course, she is new to Jamaica, not new in terms of her music. Her music is new.
As long as you don't call me old, right?
Her music is new, and I'm embracing it so far. And today, of course, we have Shanya Garnett, her daughter, with us. Shanya, she's a Belizean, right?
Yes, she is.
How is it? Talk to me.
Well, it's all I've known apart from Jamaica. It's my country of birth, but I always claim Jamaican heritage. Everybody I tell I'm half Jamaican.
You hear the accent? You hear the accent, and I mean, she just said when she came in earlier that she only hears her accent when she's in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Why so?
Well, because I'm not around anybody from Belize, so
So it's harder to
kind of
blend,
distinguish. Yeah.
All right, so your mother is musically inclined. What about you?
Well, yes, I sing.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I sing.
She can sing for her supper. Yes.
And of course, we have Belize is very diverse in culture.
Yes,
Talk
it
to me
is.
about that.
Well, we have the Creoles, of course. That's a mixture of African and European. We have Mestizo. That's a mixture of Maya and the Europeans. And of course, you have the indigenous people, who are the Mayas. I'm sure you've seen Apocalypto before, yeah. So that's where it all started in Belize. We have the Garinago. Those are a mixture of Kalinago and Arawaks, a little bit of Arawaks in there too, and yeah.
The Africans.
And the Africans, of course.
How does it go when it comes to singing and communicating when you have such a diverse culture?
Well, it really broadens the scope of entertainment because you have Garinago music, you have Spanish music, and you have, of course, the Creole music.
The Mayan.
The Maya
Don't
music
forget
too.
Do
the
you
Mayan.
find any difficulty, or you master all of them already?
No, well, it's a learning process. But to mention again, with respect to the shows that we do there, that's why I try to highlight different aspects of the culture and different languages. We also, of course, both Jamaica and Belize have the strong African heritage. So, for instance, at the last concert, we did Malaika, one of Miriam Makiba's own song. I mean, it was very popular in Jamaica. And so we did that one. She mentioned the Garinagu. There's a song that I'll do for you if you would like to.
Yes,
It's
yes,
in
please.
the Garifuna, and I think my guitar is here, hiding somewhere. Is it?
Is it the case that I'm going to have to stand up and do a little?
Of course, movement. Sure,
movement.
sure.
All right. Before we listen to that live performance. As your mother is in the music business, and also your grandma was in the music business, was she?
Well,
Because
you don't know if she would say
influenced you-
business, but yes, from home.
She influenced you
and
from
church.
home. Is
Yeah.
it that she saw the love and she encouraged you, or she herself was also a singer in some way?
Well, mommy mostly trains and choirs and children
Mm-hmm.
at school, but I still remember the first instrument that she bought, and maybe I was just about 6 or 7. It was a
Mm-hmm.
xylophone. So she must have seen some kind of musical inclination there and nurtured it from early.
And you're passing it on to Shanya.
Exactly. the
Shanya, how you're
legacy.
receiving it?
Well, with the instruments, it's kind of, that's another story. you have
You
to
can't master
you have
that
to
one.
really commit to it. It's not that I don't like it, but you really have to like commit 100%. But with the singing, I really love singing. That's one of my passions. I do it all day. I get on my friends' nerves, but
You never perform with mom?
yes,
You
from
do?
from a really small, like probably 2 or 3.
So, mommy, when she should be at home sleeping, you put her on the stage sometime and say, "Come, Shanya."
I thought she would have told you that I forced her to come here.
No, this was free will.
So you're enjoying it?
Yes,
And you
I
do
do.
backup singing with your mom
Yes, I
too?
also do backup singing.
She
as
does
well.
solo too.
And she does solo, and of course you'll hear her later on. But now we want to hear from mommy and her. She's going to put little diverse culture, like Mexican music. Tell me what.
Yes,
what,
you will
what
get a little
language?
Spanish, which is not the original. I didn't bring any of my original songs, though we have some that we have done in Garifuna. It's one written in English and it's being translated in Garifuna. And there's one I did in English too that's been translated in Spanish. But of course, when you come to Belize, to our show, you'll get to hear that firsthand.
I'll be going
But
to Belize.
I'll give you a little taste of the Garifuna.
Please do.
My guitar is here, if you will
Yes.
allow me to
Ladies
just move
and gentlemen,
over.
let me introduce to you Lady Bradshaw with her guitar at this time.
She mentioned the Garinagu, the Garifuna culture. Well, the language is the Garifuna. The people are Garinagu. And this was made popular by Aurelio Martinez. He's actually a great singer from Honduras, but he also prides himself in being a Belizean. And there was Andy Palacio who used to sing it too. The title of this one is Yalifo, and Yalifo actually means pelican. And it has a lot, a message here, because it's this little boy who hasn't seen his dad for a long time, and he's longing. And he's saying to the pelican, can you just bring my father back here? So it has a lot of significance for a lot of young people, not only in Jamaica, in Belize, and worldwide. So I'll just do a little part. You don't want the whole song, do you?
Go ahead.
Just a little part, right? And a good July, howling on the boat, howling on the boat, and a good July, Baba, howling on the boat, and a good July, nah, grababa, come on, Yalifo, Yalifo, Rubui Barunanu, Niedena Mangane. Yalifo, oh, Yalifo, Rubui Barunanu, Nyedena Mungane. You want to try something with me? Yalifo, 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 Rubui Barunanu, Nyedena Mungane. Yalifo, Yalifo, Rubui Barunanu, Nyedena Mungane. Let's go, try. Yalifo, Yalifo, Rubui Barunanu, Nyedena Mungane. Get the Yalifo, let me hear you. Yalifo, Yalifo, Rubui Barunanu, Nyedena Mungane. We got our own choir going here.
Oh, that was beautiful.
And we also have Spanish, of course.
I want to hear it.
The one, this is internationally known. And just a little piece of it for you. You know, did you do Spanish at school?
Yes, I did.
You did?
¿Cómo estás?
Muy bien, gracias. ¿Y tú?
Bastante bien, gracias.
Okay, okay. So you know what besame means? Besame. What? You have never besame in your life? Okay, besame means kiss. Kiss me.
Thank God I didn't know that one.
And actually, this was written by a young lady. She was just about 15 or 16, so when she wrote it, and she was never kissed, and she had never kissed before, and she wrote this song. I'll just do a little piece for you. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho. Tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Quiero tenerte muy cerca, mirarme en tus ojos, verte junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana yo ya estaré lejos, muy lejos de ti. Bésame, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Bésame, bésame mucho, que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Que tengo miedo a perderte, perderte después. Bésame.
Wow, that was breathtaking. I don't know, but this is just raw talent. When we come back, we'll be featuring Teddy Bradshaw and Marcia Bradshaw. Now, these persons are definitely influential behind the music of Shanya Bradshaw. We'll be right back.
Be careful who you let into your home. Protect the children from harmful content. Remember the ratings.
A and X are no-nos. PG is maybe. G is good to go.
What's okay for a teen may be a no-no for the younger child. Now that's much better. A reminder from the Broadcasting Commission.
Make it a new day, yeah.
I am Faye Ellington, a daughter of Clarendon, and you're watching GenSat TV. Stay tuned.
Yes, welcome back. And of course, they always say, or probably I say, a family that sings together stays together. Now, this is Marcia Bradshaw and Teddy Bradshaw. Brady. And of course, he's Jamaican. We don't have to worry. She's American. She's Jamaican, American. Slash? Yeah, man, she's hardly here. But Marcia,
Yes.
as it relates to the promotion going forward in Jamaica for the Bradshaws, I'll say the Bradshaws because, of course, we have other family members on board, whether it be backup singing or musical performance. What we have a concert, well, it's not a concert, it is called an informal patio performance.
Yes.
What's that?
Okay, it's a variety of artists who come together from time to time. We'll be there as guests of Donnet Phillips and Harold Davis. A lot of you are familiar with Harold Davis, popular singer in Jamaica. You know, so it's really an informal affair on Uncle Buddy's patio in Cherry Gardens. You know?
So that's the informal patio performance. I was
Yes.
wondering, so persons are going to sit on the patio,
Yes.
and that's where the musical performances will be done.
Yes.
Okay.
A variety of different well-known Jamaican performers. So that's basically what it's about. And we were privileged enough. I was just talking to one of my good friends, Donnet, and it came up, and things just evolved, you know, with Sandy and Brady here, and we all, that's how it was conceptualized for us to be able to make this visit, and things just evolved.
Where
from
will it
then.
be?
It will be in Cherry Gardens.
Cherry Gardens?
Right.
What time? When, actually?
It will be on Saturday.
This Saturday?
In the morning.
Tomorrow,
Yes.
Saturday. This Saturday.
Tomorrow, Saturday. I have to get used to that again.
This
upcoming
Saturday,
Saturday,
that's
tomorrow
the...
Saturday. Yes.
Saturday will be what? The 5th? The
Saturday
5th.
is the 5th.
The 5th of December.
The 6th of December.
The 6th of December.
Yes.
On the patio of who is it?
Uncle Buddy.
Uncle Buddy.
Yes.
That sounds like a family member too. Is he a part of the Bradshaw?
No, not really. That's more on Donnet's side.
Okay.
Yes.
And this performance, though, is a form of promotion, you say, in Jamaica. What is this geared towards?
Well, we, as you see, we're coming to Jamaica. Sandra, we're trying to reacquaint with our Jamaican roots, and that's one of the avenues. You know, so we'll be meeting with other performers. We'll be getting exposure, you know, in Jamaica, and that's one of the ways we plan to reacquaint with Jamaica.
It's an open event. Is it that persons are invited, or it's just
No,
a gathering?
it's more a private gathering.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. No, and this is in Cherry Gardens, people, on Saturday, and it's very good when you can do. Is it because the kind of music she does, why we choose this kind of medium?
Well, partly because she's so diverse. Sandy's very diverse, so she's able to fit into all different scenarios, all genres of music. So it's fitting, you know.
You yourself, Marcia, is a sponsor.
Yes.
So how is it? What exactly do you do?
Well, I sponsor as far as I can, anything that can help the music for Sandy Bradshaw, and it's always for a good cause. You know, we're both involved in education. Sandra is a trained teacher. I'm a registered nurse in New York, and our parents came from education. So it's always towards education, health. The last 3 concerts, the proceeds went to the Belize Family Life Association. And this concert coming up on Sunday at the Great House, the Jamalco Great House.
Yes, talk to me about that, Teddy.
Yes, we're having a concert at the Jamalco Great House on Sunday, the 7th of December. And we, at the basic school, because actually I am the president of the board, the school board. So the teachers, along with the principal and myself and board members, we conceptualized the whole idea. And basically, we're having a thrust towards education and health in terms of the development of the basic school. Actually, it's the Bottom Halsall Early Childhood Educational Unit.
They need computers too. Just
Right.
throwing that out
Okay,
there.
so this event is towards that.
Definitely. And we have recently built a computer room. And basically that was really on the strength of Mr. Rudyard Spencer and also Mr. Milton Brown. More so Mr. Spencer, who is the MP, Member of Parliament, and Mr. Milton Brown, the former mayor, councillor.
Okay.
Yeah, so they did a lot towards the development of the computer room. But actually we are in need of computers and also books for the school.
Okay.
I would like to also stress that CMEX, which is an industry within Jamalco,
Okay.
they have been giving us a lot of assistance. and I must commend them a lot because recently a team of them came from CMEX and came down to the basic school at Bottom Hall, and they joined in together with us as citizens and members of the school board and teachers and painted the whole school, and it was an excellent job. And we cannot find adjectives to really describe how thankful we are for this forward thrust in terms of development of the school, you know. We really appreciate what CMEX has done. And I must note that the manager, his name is Rafael Nola. He's from Dominican Republic. He spearheaded this movement, you know, and much thanks to him and Heather, also public relations this night, you know, and also there's also a member of the school board working there. His name is Todd Edwards, you know. I need to just show my recognition, our recognition to those persons, you know.
Making this possible.
Definitely. And by extension, I would like to also mention some of the artists who will be performing on the show.
Yes.
Apart from my sisters, Sandy Bradshaw and Marcia.
I'm assuming you have some local artists.
Definitely, yes. And 2 past students from the school, you know. I'm very proud to say that I played a big role in developing their talent as kids, and now they're adults, you know. And they are recording artists.
As well as George Knox.
Yes, I also mentioned, before I mention that, let me say that Deno has been doing very well in the music business, and he'll be performing. And Philip Oja Hyatt, you know, I played a special role in his musical career. You know, so much to say that he has won quite a few competitions in Jamaica, you know, of significance, even performance, Sting, Tony Rebel's show, both Deno and Oja. And you know, I'm very proud of them to know that they are past students of the Bottom Hall Early Childhood Educational Unit and the contribution that they have made. You know, so I'm very proud of that.
What time is the event?
The event is 7 o'clock, sharp. Yes, and I would like people to come out very early because...
It's a paid event?
Yes, it costs just $700.
Cheap, man.
Yes,
beautiful.
and for,
nice contribution.
For a very gorgeous place like Jamalco Great House, you know. I must say kudos to Jamalco, you know, because it's, I mean, our community heritage, the Great House, but also Jamalco now owns it, and they are taking good care of it. So, you know, we appreciate the beauty of the place, you know, the aesthetics and everything, you know. So we as artists and musicians would like to really contribute and be a part of something that is so successful, you know. So basically the concert starts at 7 and
goes until?
Until 11.
Oh, because
yes.
it can never be until we say when.
Definitely. And George Nooks will be performing, and people come out early because Mr. Nooks will be, I guess, the first performer. And everybody would like to see him, you know, so he has other engagements, so please turn out early, people. And of course, Sandy Bradshaw and friends, and myself, who is also a performer, but I'm more so a writer, right? I write for George Nooks, write for Philip Oja Hyatt, and also for Deno. And I've written a song for Mr. Vegas, and yeah, and I must say also that my niece, Shanya, will be also performing.
Okay.
She was here earlier on. You know,
and
so
she'll perform for us later, so we can vet her, you know.
Definitely, definitely. You know.
So you see, it's a musical family, because the fact that you've been writing for these persons,
right?
Very, very good.
Yes, and I must mention that I'm encouraging persons from our area, Top and Bottom Hall, Mineral Heights, Mapen, Canaanites, New Boynes, Top Hill, Hayes, Cornpeace, and the environs, Lionel Town, you know. To just make your presence be felt there, you know, because I'm sure that you will full joy yourself to the maximum. Yeah.
And this is the first concert in Jamaica that will be featuring Sandy Bradshaw, right?
Definitely, definitely.
And it won't be the last.
No, we're planning for it to be an annual event, you know. Yes.
We have one in Belize coming up, right?
Definitely, yes.
June 6th.
June. This one at Jamalco is this Sunday. That's the 7th of December.
The 7th of December.
And in Belize, we have next year.
Yes, June 6th. That's the annual affair.
Okay, talk to me about that.
Well, the proceeds, that's the first and foremost, the proceeds have all gone to the Belize Family Life Association. So we can't emphasize more that it's always for a worthy cause. You know, and it's a fun show, variety show, and it's very, it's an elegant affair. You know, we have change of outfits. You know,
So
and
it's a sit-down thing?
yes,
Because if
but
you
not a.
change outfits and stuff like that, how are it going to work?
No, well.
In terms of the performers?
Yes, the
Okay.
performers, the performers.
I see.
Yes, but it's a really elegant affair, and there's all different genres, languages. You heard the Garifuna before, Spanish, you know. So it caters globally.
Okay, that's good.
So
The Hostel concert, this concert, it's beside the poolside, right?
We're
You're
not
not
sure
sure
yet
of the
because
location?
based on the fact that we're in the rainy season now,
We're not sure.
we would like to
Inside or
keep it at
out.
the front, at the lawn, and then if needs be, we'll keep it at the back where there's something like a gazebo
Okay.
next to the pool.
And it's a sit-down event, right?
Yes,
Because-
definitely. And I would also like to mention the sound system that will be playing. You know, and the owner of the sound system, his name is Juniper, right? Gatlin Impact. You know, it's a very good sound system. You know, and he is the one who has been very integral in the promotion of this concert also too, with myself, because he also has a lot of things to do with entertainment. He's providing the stage, and in terms of the decoration, he is the one who corresponded with the decorators to come and decorate the stage and so on. And I must mention also that there's also a lady by the name of Mrs. Cousins, Cousins Construction. She will be responsible for the lighting. And thank you very much, Mrs. Cousins.
Yes, big up Mrs. Cousins and big up Gatlin.
Gatlin Impact.
Big up yourself, Gatlin,
Yeah,
and Mrs. Cousins
yeah,
for your contribution.
Definitely. And Juniper, you know?
And big up Junior.
Definitely.
Anybody else? Big up on yourself.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for the help. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mr. Bradshaw and Marcia.
Marcia.
Thank you very much.
Brady.
Brady.
Brady. All right.
And I'd love to mention Brian Lofters. He was essential in a lot of the arrangements. And
that's for this event, right? On
yes, for accommodation for all of us.
Sunday? Big up yourself,
For-
Brian. Big up yourself.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
I bet you didn't know that I was watching you. You opened the door for each lady that passed your way. I thought to myself, you must be putting on a fine show. Or maybe there's just some motive on his mind. Mr. Motive, I'd like to read your mind. Is there a reason why you're so gentle and so kind? Mr. Motive, been calling but I can't get through. Is there a way that I can get real close to you? Oh.
Miss Bradshaw, I see that Shanya has a little bit of hero thing going on right there.
Okay.
I see the
thanks.
influence is there very strong.
Thank you.
How you feel about seeing her actually walking in your footsteps?
Yes, it's, you know, one of the things I did with both of my children, and I want to mention the first one too, Shanya Garnett, now married, now Shanya Dick, hi Shanya and Stanley, expecting their first child. Don't call me, don't call, please. Right, and so, and they're very key, both of them work in the music business along with us. And yes, it's really nice. From the beginning, I made up my mind I would not force them in an area that they don't like or don't want to be, but it flowed naturally. Yes.
All right, there is a song, but before we go to the song, I want, because persons, of course, your music, among others, and you're here for promotion,
Yeah.
any contact information you want to leave with us?
Of course. I am proud to say that our website came up just on the 29th of November. That's just a few days. So you go to www.sandybradshaw.com, and I have to thank Tariq Young again, our videographer from Young Star Entertainment, and the gentlemen who work with him, especially Ainsworth. I mean, they worked at this to get it up. And so you can find it right there. You can also see our documentaries there. You will see our cosmetologist, Lula Bennett, who is also part sponsor of this trip. And you can go to YouTube and just look for Sandy Bradshaw and Friends. You will see some of our songs up there, some of the ones that we are doing during the course of this interview and that we'll be doing at the upcoming show. You can go right on YouTube and you can see it, right? We're also on Facebook. So you just go to Sandy Bradshaw and Friends. You know, nowadays you have to be on Facebook, right? And you can, and Twitter too. You know about Twitter, I'm sure, right? So you can, hello. Right, and you can get us there. And of course, you can contact us. Well, of course, it's going to be a long distance call for you if you call
But I'm
me.
sure that Brady is the one that
yes, the local contact
local
here.
contact,
right.
so you can leave his contact information.
Right, definitely. So that's how you can get in touch with us.
You have his contact information?
I'm sure we'll have it before the show is out.
All right, now there is this song that I want to show, but I want you to better explain to me what the essence of the song is. It is called Together We Build Belize.
Yes.
And of course, it is about the culture of Belize.
That's right.
Talk to me about that.
You know, as I mentioned, you know, sometimes people, and it's interesting because some people would ask me, so Jamaica looks so good, you know, like when they see certain pictures, because sometimes people tend to show the depressed areas and so on, which we need to show some of that to get assistance. And it's the same for Belize. And no country is without its challenges. And I remember there was a particular time about 6 years ago or so, and we were experiencing certain problems in terms of infrastructure, and it was a little depressing. And I remember this gentleman, a good friend of our family, to Wayne Usher, said, "Boy, Sandy, you can't write a song to sort of uplift and encourage us." And I, of course, always ask the good Lord to help me, and I came up with this one, Together We Build Belize. And of course, we got sponsors. One of our major sponsors there was Miss Joy, was very helpful, Joy Godfrey, and there were some others. And we got together a group, and we did a video. One of our own singers right now, Tanya Carter, she has been to Belize. She was featured in the video too. And it highlights a lot of the ethnic mix and the cultural diversity. And you get to see different areas of the country. And it's called Together We Build Belize.
Beautiful.
Right.
Thank you so much, Miss Bradshaw, for coming by today. Thank you so
pleasure.
much
We
for
greatly
being
appreciate
here.
it. Yes.
Sandy Bradshaw, ladies and gentlemen, of course, she is Jamaican, born Jamaican, but she is a Belizean now. I'm saying it correct?
It's Belize.
Belizean.
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 Even I have to learn to pronounce it.
Belizean, here in Jamaica, promoting her music. We thank her so much for coming in and sharing all her story with us. Remember, it's not how you fall, but how you keep rising after that fall. Until next time, we'll end the show with our song, Together,
We Build Belize.